Good day, everyone. I will be continuing the report of Ma'am Daisybel and Ma'am Len about the main stages of educational planning. They already tackled the first two stages. Now I am be continuing it. I am Ana Marie Ruth L. Santos, your discussant. To master the meaning of educational planning, let us define it first. Educational planning, the application of rational, systematic analysis to the process of educational development with the aim of making education more effective and efficient in responding to the needs and goals of its students and society. Educational planning is the process of setting a detailed of proposal for the future educational development, making education more effective and efficient in providing the necessities and filling the gaps and reaching the vision mission of educational institution. So when we say educational planning, these are the gathering of teachers, experts, wherein they will talk about what are their objectives for them to reach the goal, or they will talk about the curriculum, the students, the teachers, so that they will know what are what will be their future goals. Now, let us have brief review about the past lesson before we proceed to my topic. So the first stage of educational planning is the collecting and analysis of statistical information. So when we say collecting and analysis of statistical information, relevant information about the system of education and concern of socio-economic factors in collecting so as to provide the quantitative basis for projections aimed at the future development of educational system. So pag sinabi natin collecting, in this stage, we gather information. So what is our current stage of education? In this one, we analyze kung anong meron tayo ngayon, kung anong sistema na meron tayo ngayon. What do we need? What are the things that we need to fill in? We need to collect informations and data to come up with a greater solution and program. So in this, we gather or we survey for each school for them to come up with a good plan. The next one, what are the questions that we might we first, what is our current situation right now? Is the system okay? What information about the students' learning do we have and what are we missing? The second one, what are the major learning success and weaknesses and what are the causes behind them? So in this stage, we collect and sort out information that urgently need an answer. It is a call of for managers from different departments and administrators that is missing and that is missing or hinahanap nila yung kulang or yung wala or kailangan pang improve based on the provided statistical information. Information collected helps in identifying the gaps, weaknesses, and shortcomings, and provides the planner with a clear idea of existing conditions. This helps the planner in formulating policy proposals aimed to accomplish predetermined objectives. Now we are in planning to achieve the target. Every plan has a target that we need to be accomplished or implement. In this stage, we need to start writing down a draft of the paper in determining the long or short-term objectives, checking the mistakes and need to be improved. What are the questions that we need to answer? First, what is our future plans? So what is our objectives and targets to come up with the proposal? What are our end goals for improving learning? Which strategies will be effective in achieving these learning goals and objectives? Ask ourselves if we are part of the planning. Who are the scope of this program? Is it applicable for the others? So in this level, we are already planning for the proposal. So in this proposal, pwede siyang yung proposal natin naka-indicate na doon kasi we already gathered information. Now, meron na tayong proposal. Kung ano yung pwede, nakalagay na din dito yung what is our objective. So now, ito na po tayo sa topic ko. Projection, programming, and project analysis, or what we call the third main stages of educational planning. So now, but before anything else, let us define first the meaning of projection. From the Webster Dictionary, as it stated, projection is an estimate or forecast of future situation or trend based on the study of present ones. When we say projection, here are the existing data and information about education. The problem that we encountering right now, as we do data collection and begin our proposal, we can determine the future outcome or result after doing intervention or programs that will be developed by the teachers, learners, and other stakeholders. So yung projection, this is our future goal. So we already have the information, the proposal, and now we have what we call objective, yung outcome. Tumitingnan na tayo dun sa outcome na mangyayari. Programming and project analysis. Once the policy priorities and key strategies have been defined, they must be translated into specific actionable programs. So in this level, we need to think, no? Isipin na po natin dito, what program is applicable? What program do we need to implement? What strategies do we need to implement or enact? No? If we already identified the strategies that we need to be taken, they need to be checked and reviewed the following information for the betterment of the paper, which tackles different programs for the students if they really required to attain and based on the addressing the needs of each learners. So dito, tine-check din natin kung talagang kailangan ba nila itong mga programs na to. For example, sa aming, ito, short objective, no? Or what we call short-term objective. Sa aming school, may mga non-readers kami. So, what program do we need? Siyempre, no? Kailangan namin yung reading program. Nahirapan ang mga bata sa math. Kailangan nilang ma-develop ang kanilang solving mathematical thinking. So, ano yung kailangan nila? Kailangan din nila ng program, especially sa math. So, kung ano yung pangangailangan ng school or ng mga students, yun yung dapat ibigay. Next one. An effective plan necessitates projections of all inputs of educational system. Students, teachers, administrators, school buildings, and classrooms, equipment, and financial requirement. Program and project undergo to educational experts and seasoned teachers put into account all their efforts, we can come up with a realistic and achievable target. That's why, in planning the school improvement plan, Principal needs the teachers. Teachers need students. And the teachers also, they also need the support of the parents and NGOs to achieve the goal. Teachers are asked to give statistical information and inventories of different things that are accountable to achieve the projected objectives. So I have here an example of number of students in a small school. Ayan po, no, yun po yung number doon sa aming school. Wherein yearly, it varies depending on the number of enrollees. Annually, there are new students transfer in and out, finish their elementary years. Moreover, the Department of Education also check and have the list of numbers of students to know how much budget they needed in the future use. So, dito po, no, makikita po natin kasi, for example, we have information noong 2022, 2023. So, kung meron na tayong information, possibly, yung 2023, 2024, ganun din yung bilang, pero magkakaiba lang kapag dun sa kinder kasi bagong dating. Tapos yung grade 6 kasi umalis. So, yung pang grade 5 na number, ilalagay sa grade 6. So, kinder na lang ang kulang. Ngayon, ang mangyayari doon, minsan sa mga kinder, if I'm not mistaken, meron silang early registration. So, meron na silang early registration. Kapag meron na silang early registration, before the school year, meron ng alam na gagawing budget. No? Kasi kailangan yan for the projected objective of the education. No? Kailangan yan. Kaya, to tell you honestly, kailangan talaga 20 years to 15 years meron na silang goal. Hindi lamang mga 3 to 5 years. Pero yung SIP natin, kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, no? 3 years. 3 years back, tapos 3 years din yung mga future goals na gagawin at aasikasuhin ng mga principal and teachers. So, I have also here the number of teachers and non-teaching personnel. So, kung mapapansin nyo, from 2008 to 2002, 22, ganun pa rin po yung number ng mga teachers sa amin. Wherein, yung ibang teachers po overloaded, pero yung iba naman hindi. Now, I have also here yung trainings, conducted trainings. Classified po sila. Technical, managerial, and pedagogical. So, syempre, kasama na din po sa educational planning yung mga professional capacitated training kasi dinedevelop nila yung mga teachers para maging well-inclined po sila sa mga strategies, methods na pwede nilang gamitin inside the classroom. Kailangan na kailangan po kasi yan. Especially sa pagtuturo on how you going to motivate students. So even the trainings and the number of teachers are included to have the projected objective. Even the school buildings, classroom inventory. So, sa school po namin, 2018, 2019, from 3 building, naging 4 buildings po siya noong 2021, 2022. So, dumami yung buildings namin. So, hindi po kami kulang. Pero, I think sa mga ibang schools po, marami talagang kulang na buildings wherein yung ratio, yung mga ibang hindi ma-accommodate. No? Sa gigilid na lang sila. Pasensya na po, sana magkaroon na din kayo ng buildings. Kasi kasama din po yan, even the buildings. O, ito naman, learning materials. Inventory of learning materials. So, in our school, sabi nga po nila, dapat ang ratio ng books is 1:1. 1:1 for one book, one student. Pero in our case, 1:8 or 1:10. So, dahil po bahain dito sa amin, sa Masantolang nangyari na baha. So, nasira. Ngayon, hirap na hirap po kami sa mga books. Even sa books, kailangan. Kailangan nilang malaman for educational purposes. Kailangan nilang malaman yung bilang. If they need to reproduce, no? Kasi this is our educational objective. Next, we need to know also the financial accomplishments. If every centavos or every centavos nagagamit po ba yan sa projects and programs ng ating eskwelahan. Money is important, especially in implementing a program to enact. In planning the proposal, we need to list down the budget to come so that we are aware if it is really or properly allocated. So for the utilities, supplies, materials, traveling allowance. So ano po talaga dapat not totally equally divided pero yung for example sa kuryente, sa internet connections, they are nakaayos sila. They are balanced, not totally equal to each other, pero balance yung budget. Now we have an assessment should also be made about the efficiency and effectiveness of the curricula, pedagogy, use and criteria of admissions, and evaluation, as well as the changes required therein. So in this, we need also to check if the program or the curriculum is still updated. Minsan po kasi, for example, nung dumating ang pandemic, so what happened to the teachers and the principals? No, they are asked para gumawa ng mga modules, gumawa ng mga SLM, at mag-provide ng learning activities. So in this level, depende po talaga yung sabihin na natin, for example, kung ano yung pangangailangan, yun dapat ang ibigay. If the curriculum is not, hindi po sila swak sa isa't isa, kailangan pong baguhin. Tulad na naman po ngayon, binago, so milk pa rin po tayo, no? So yon. Now, these are questions, no? Possible questions na makakatulong sa atin. How do we achieve our goal? Paano po natin ma-achieve ang goal natin? First, which program and activities must be carried out in order to produce the desired outputs? What programs or interventions ang kailangan gawin? Are they really answering our problem or giving solution to our problem? How will objectives and outputs be measured? Measurable ba sila or hindi? So we have to think about it, no? Kailangan po natin isipin yon. If those objectives na talagang ano sila, especially in this level, dapat statistically makikita if talagang na-achieve ang mga bagay. For example, the number of non-readers. Before, 2 sila. Dapat hindi naman maging 4. It means to say magiging 0. So merong measurements para makita if the objectives are really attained. Now the next one is the programming. Means primary design to support structured educational activity, where such structured activity relates to institutional-based education or non-institutional-based learning. If the program is really yung program na meron tayo o the curriculum itself. So, our curriculum is composed of kindergarten and 12 years of basic education, all of which are compulsory. Students also have the option to enroll in higher education programs to earn a baccalaureate degree. So, in this level, alam naman po natin, no? Grade, uh, grade 1 to grade 10. Tapos, next na nun is junior high school and senior high school. Ay, hindi. Junior, wala na palang grade 1 to 6. Then, after grade 1 to 6, tapos na po yung junior high school and senior high school. Then, our old education system. Ito po yung old, no? The former system of basic education in the Philippines from 1945 to June 5, 2017 consisted of 1 year non-compulsory preschool education, 6-year compulsory elementary education, and 4-year compulsory high school education. The Department of Education justification in implementing 13 years of basic education is that the Philippines is the only country in Asia and one of the 4 countries worldwide with a 10-year pre-university cycle, and that the 13-year program is found to be the best period for learning under basic education. So, ayun po, no, that's the reason, I think so, na kung saan po binago ang ating um, old education system before. So, yung program nagbago based on the need, no? Uh, a while ago, we talk about yung ano, no, yung the long-term objective. Ngayon, we can also have the short-term objective wherein ito po yung mga CI sa school. So, yung mga program na po pwede po natin gawin so that our dear students, they will become readers, with readers, yung behavior nila magbago, maging mas maayos, maging mabait, tapos maging ano din, sa mga nahihirapan naman po sa math, gumaling din. Ayan, no? So, ito, Project Smile. Spend more time in learning English, especially in reading, no? Talaga naman po magbibigay ng ngiti sa bawat isa kapag ang bata ay marunong magbasa, lalo na ang teacher masayang-masaya. No? Goal po kasi natin yan every year. Dapat ma-eradicate ang number of non-readers and especially frustration also, ma-develop po sila. The next one, we have project analysis. So we already tackled the projection, wherein we are talking about the future goals, no? Ano ba yung future goals? Ano ba yung dapat collection? Collect dapat natin yung number of students, teachers, buildings, inventory of books, no? Para po malaman natin ang ating projection or our future goal. Now we're going to tackle programming. And say programming, what program or curriculum is suited to answer the gaps, the needs, need to be improved, or need to be developed. Yan po, no? And now, we have also project analysis, no? Project analysis is the process of evaluating a project's current status and identifying potential problems. As the project progresses, project managers who practice to see their projects succeed than those who don't. So ano po yung project analysis? They will check if the project or the program itself is really making innovation or merong pagbabago. So, makikita what are the mistakes yung hindi po nila na-foresee nung dinedevelop nila yung proposal na yon. So, they will need to check the program. Or, nandito po dumarating si project analysis. So, yun lamang po before I will end my report. So, let us have a quotation coming from Angela Duckworth. The highly accomplished were paragons of perseverance. So, yung mga accomplished person daw po were the paragons of perseverance. When say paragons, ito po yung they are aiming for perfection. They are aiming for ultimate beauty, parang ganon. So, when you are persevere in something or in a goal or in education, when you are planning to do something, no? Siyempre, pag nagpa-plan ka, matagal mo pinaplano yan. Siyempre, there is a tendency, there is a big tendency na kung saan the goal is beautiful, the goal is worth waiting, the goal is maganda. So even in our education, kapag po talaga educational planning, pag talagang pinaghusayan, um, talagang kinausap ang mga teachers, ang mga students, until makome up nila yung pinakamagandang program, nag-persevere sila, they will come up with a good results. Or yung intervention, yan no, will come up with a good results. Yun lamang po.